Hi everyone, I'm Rebecca,
And I'm Antonio,
and this
and this is
is
Muller's
Muller's
Ratchet.
Ratchet.
Yeah, right. So, Rebecca, you wanted to talk about some experience that you had?
Yes, I really did. It was strange. It was a phone call, and since the last chat that we had about AI bots and the way that maybe they're being created to compare them to humans, have the same abilities. Well, in this interesting phone call, I won't mention who it was with or what company it was, but it really did take me by surprise. Actually, it took the whole living room by surprise because
Mm-hmm.
often when you're dealing bills, deliveries, payments,
Yeah,
etc., you have to phone up a company and you say, I'm going to speak to someone about this issue. Well,
yeah.
the moment that we dialed the buttons, everything normal, and
Yes.
the ringing tone went through, and after we heard a voice, and it was a female. We're very used to hearing, just the typical friendly tone of
Mm-hmm.
"Hi, you're talking to, I don't know, for example, Jessica. How can I help you with your query today?"
Mm-hmm.
It sounded exactly the same. And I was convinced at the beginning that I was speaking to another human being.
Okay.
Little did I know, when her responses throughout the conversation started to sound a bit more paused, robotic, a
Mm-hmm.
bit too friendly, there was no human expression. I couldn't hear, just give me a moment. Tick, 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 tick.
Okay.
Wasn't like that. Couldn't hear any background noise.
Mm-hmm.
And when the phone call ended, I hung it up and I just felt this alien sensation, this really weird. Oh, I feel like I just was like cheated. I feel like somebody just cheated the system to speak to me. It feels
Yeah.
abnormal. Yeah, have you ever had that?
But could you feel that
Mm.
if there was any delay on her response?
A little bit. There were these moments where it didn't feel like a human thinking moment. It felt like this
Yeah.
technical coldness in in that little space of time. It
Yes.
was waiting
So
for
it was,
something to get.
yeah, it was the AI thinking time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you can spot those when it's an AI or not,
Yeah.
mainly because of that, because the AI needs some time to process what you said, then come up
Right.
with a response, and then craft the voice for the response.
Ah, okay.
But
It's like the
yeah,
makeup.
yeah, well, and there's also the variance in the jitter, we'll say,
Right. Yeah.
which is when you have a latency in the response, say we're
Mm-hmm.
talking, and you answer me every time in 2 seconds,
Okay.
that would give me the impression that you have a bad connection
Right. Yes.
because you answer every time after 2 seconds that I end up speaking. But if your
Mm-hmm.
time greatly varies, that's what they call jitter, the variance in the
Right.
delay time.
Response. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, that's a clear
Right.
sign of either very weird connection, which might
Mm.
happen, or it's probably an AI that is having cute responses, and you are somewhere in the queue, so you're not first. Because if you're first, you would get a fast response, but probably
Yes.
you aren't, so you are in the queue
Oh,
waiting for your turn.
okay. Right.
But
So they actually have a queuing system for all of this with the what bot you're going to speak to
yeah,
or
sure. I
when.
mean, resources are limited, even
Hmm.
though Sam Altman insists that they aren't, but they
Oh,
are. And
yes.
yeah, so you have to queue your responses and answer whenever you can. But
Right.
apart from that, did you hear anything that make you suspicious that there was an AI? Maybe the tone, the word in itself.
It was everything was more elegant, was more formal, sophisticated. We had, for example, she sounded too happy, and I thought for a Monday, in the morning with everything going on. it sounded as if the tone was plastic, as if there was this, when you get that um, kind of. The word I'm looking for is more sinister. When
Yes.
somebody is so nice to you, it feels sinister.
Yes.
Yeah, like you're it, like you forgot to tidy your room and your mum says, "Come here, honey," and you go, "Oh, what did I do?" That kind
Yeah.
of tone. Well, it was that sensation that I had speaking with the bot, and when I hung up, I thought, "Oh, I never want to talk to a bot again." That was this
Yeah.
alienated feeling. I prefer speaking to humans. It's I
Yeah.
do enough technological work during the day. There's
Hmm.
the tiny slot of time that we have to connect as people, and we're turning it into bot time.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with one more question. Maybe it would sound weird to you,
Yeah,
but here I go. When you were speaking with the allegedly AI,
yeah.
did you go into the same wording or phrasing that she did?
Do
Like,
you
did you
know?
try to mimic the conversation that you were having?
I didn't, because I felt put off. I felt put off because I think there's like many ways that you could go around it, because maybe some other people
Yeah.
would think, "Oh, I'm going to speak in the same tone as her," or I feel, pressured to say everything carefully so that she picks up on it in case, for
Yes.
example, when they say, "Put in the digits of your identity
Yes.
so that we can process your information correctly." So you don't want to get it wrong, and you
Yep.
ding ding.
Yep.
You might feel pressured to do that as well on a phone call, but I didn't. The shock was, "Oh, this isn't a person. Okay, this is my query. Do you understand?"
Yeah.
I felt
Yeah.
like I wanted to treat her as though, because I knew she wasn't human, I was worried that she would be, I mean, sorry AI, but I did think that she might be a little bit stupid. So
Hmm.
that's what concerned me. Maybe she wouldn't pick up on this information. A human would have, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I
Yeah.
feel like a human would have this thought process that allows it to open in so many different ways with no
Hmm.
bias,
Yes.
depending on the human. But the AI would be, "This is my job, this is the track line that I
Yep.
have to follow. And if
Hmm.
you get off of this line, then yeah, phone call ended." So
Yeah.
maybe
So
I,
in a way, it affected your way of speaking,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So same thing
definitely.
goes for when you're talking to ChatGPT or an AI. We always say ChatGPT because it's the
Yeah,
most famous one.
yeah.
But whatever AI you're using, uh, you tend to use a specific wording,
Mm.
don't you?
Yeah, if it's talking into the chat GPT, I mean, I always make sure to say please and thank you, because I don't
Yeah,
want the bots coming down and like, burning me. But
of
in the
course.
future. But yeah, when we speak to them like that on the chat, I would definitely say I try to simplify things. I try to simplify it in a way so I don't know, maybe I have to prepare something for a
Hmm.
class, and I need a specific document, and I say, "This is the specific rule. This is what I'm looking for. Can you understand that? And can you do that?" And I remember at the beginning using ChatGPT when it first came out, there were so many more mistakes compared to
Yeah.
now, because it's the things that it's giving me. It feels like it's been refreshed, trimmed around the edges a little bit.
Hmm. Yeah,
But yeah, we do
surely
change.
that's something they're definitely been working on.
Mm.
And lately, I think was this week or the last one, they pulled the ability to select the tone that you want. So,
Oh,
so you can
okay.
earlier you could configure like the personality, but now it has like predefined tones, say friendly or professional or more warm style. So
You can design your
yeah,
own friend.
yes, definitely.
Ah,
And
it's
when
a scary concept.
what I wanted to lead this conversation to is this theory of the dead internet.
Yeah,
Uh, have you heard
the
anything
dead
about it?
internet. Is this like
Okay.
the people with the because I've been seeing not just dead internet because that's really interesting that you mentioned this a couple of days ago. I saw this picture that says,
Yeah.
I don't understand why all of you want to live in a dental clinic. And it showed the difference. Have you seen the house from Home Alone?
Yes.
Yeah, it's got the stairs with the red carpet and it's
Mm-hmm.
got life and there's people in it and there's, toys and
Mm-hmm.
there's actual
Yeah.
objects that people needed, different colors. And then it shows the dental clinic home. Everything's white and clean and there's no mess and everything is tidied up and
Yeah.
it things are now lifeless. I don't know if maybe you're referring to a similarity with something like
Yeah.
that.
No, not really related, but not really. What that internet theory is about is that from the early internet, people have tried to make things as automatic as possible. That's a human thing. We are
Right.
lazy and we
Yeah.
don't want to work.
Uh-huh.
And everything we can make that it's automatic, we'll
Yeah.
do it.
Right.
So with the AI era, what's happening is that more and more chunks of the internet are AI generated. So an increasingly big chunk of the internet, it's now pure AI.
Okay.
Um, I heard a stat a couple weeks ago that nowadays more than 50% of the new content generated online is AI generated. So, what
It's
that
a high
means is
statistic.
that the AI is now generating more content on the internet that humans do.
Right.
So,
It's overtaking.
yeah, percent wise means that over time the internet is going to become more and more an AI only field. So, what this theory is about, it's that if that's the case and everything looks that that is going to be the case,
Yeah.
every time you go in the internet and speak to someone like you had on the phone,
Yeah.
you are most likely going to be talking with an AI.
And
So
does that
the
mean,
internet is dead
yeah,
because
yeah.
there's no people in there. There's just AI.
So that's quite interesting that you say that because you could really take that so many different ways. It's going to be lifeless. There's not really going to be humans. It's going to be AI.
Yeah.
Is that going to be good for humans? Is it going? Are we going to have any benefit from that? Are we going to be able to disconnect more? Is that something, or is that going to be we're just going to be connecting to AI and not to humans? Is it going to push us towards humans or away from other connection
Uh,
with humans?
I think we're going to, well, and that is only my opinion,
Yeah,
no personal
no stats.
opinion, no professional opinion here. But
Antonio's opinion.
yeah, we should put a sign
Like
on
a
the YouTube video for it.
yeah,
Um, that is going to break humans apart even more than we already are. Because if you're gone into social networks, they're especially good at telling people apart.
right.
And what I mean by that is that you would interact with people that you like and say, hey, this is awesome and I like you or whatever.
Yeah,
You did such a
yeah,
great thing. But you're 10 times more likely to say, hey, you're stupid and this stupid thing.
yeah,
It is far more likely if you saying a bad thing than saying a good thing. Is more
right.
likely. So what in the overall picture ends up happening is that posts that are controversial get
Yeah.
much more exposure.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay. It's
you
going to bring it right to the top of the algorithm.
yeah, you end up being in a bubble of the things that you interact with.
Yeah.
It's a reduced bubble because the algorithm wants you to stay on the platform.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
the way that you stay on the platform is by seeing content that you react to, that you
Mm,
want to see more. So it puts you in a bubble of content that you watch or that you like, understanding like as a thing that you interact with. Maybe
uh-huh.
in probably usually in a bad way by saying I don't
Right.
like this, but you're
Yeah, and
going
it's going to
right,
bring
I
more
don't
of
like
it.
this.
Yeah, exactly. You're causing more of it to come to you.
Yeah. So
Okay.
my point here being, if the internet is dead
Yeah.
and everything you do online is AI generated or is an AI bot, and people are more likely to interact with hateful or say at least controversial things,
Yeah.
would we end up, and there is an open question, would we end up in a version of the internet where we only enter to get mad?
Exactly. Are we just going to have these platforms where it's generating this negative behavioral pattern? Is it
Yeah,
then going to give us this stimulus of making everybody angry? But then, is it going to also cause people to walk away from the internet? What about people who I know that not many of us, but some of us living off grid, for
yeah,
example, they're going to go, well, I used to go onto the internet to, because, for example, people are making content as a career. So what's going to happen to the content creators that are
yeah.
living independently somewhere else, trying to make content just to have their, I don't know, they can have their online shop, whatever it is.
Mhm.
And is that then going to reduce career prospects for them, having this AI come into play?
Yeah, probably. Or
Right.
at the very least, you would have an AI assisted process of working.
Right.
Maybe
Yeah.
you've probably seen the new. We're not going to say the brands. You can advertise
Right.
here if you
Yeah.
want to, but the drinking brand most famous in the world, the
Mm-hmm.
one red and
Ah, yeah.
associated with drinking at all,
Yeah.
they did a new Christmas campaign which is totally AI generated.
Oh no.
And
Okay.
if you haven't seen it,
Not
what they
sure if I
did
have.
is they had the same exact team of people working on the ad
Mm,
as they usually do, but
right.
they did it just faster because they didn't have to go and find location and shoot and reshoot. They just,
Yeah.
okay, we want this, let's AI generate it and let's
And the
generate
people?
that until we are content with what we have.
Yeah.
But for
And
the
the
amount of people, they said they hired the same amount of people.
right. But did they actually have real people in the advert?
The advert is purely 100% AI generated.
Just no people.
Yep.
So that's no, that's taking then away jobs from actors, from models. It's oh,
Yeah,
presenters, for
for
example.
well, I don't know how you think about it, but I think I've been feeling, at least in my bubble,
Yeah.
I've seen kind of a pushback on AI. Like, I
Right?
don't want AI. I would
Yeah.
rather bad people generated content than a good AI
Yes.
content.
Yes. I have this exact same feeling, but I'm concerned about the younger generations because they're being I feel like they're being a little bit brainwashed into this, and I've realized this within the fashion industry. So also the way that people are so influenced by those that they see in the media, talking about, the big shots. So they have started doing this thing where they are reminiscing to the past of a professional's career. So you can have an actress, we'll take just like, for example, one person, one actress, her life, and they want to show you how she's aged. Not just that, but then they've started doing, after all of the award ceremonies, like the Grammys, the NBAs, they take whatever the people were wearing at this award show and they say, all of that was incorrect. With AI, we're going to show you the tones that would fit perfectly for this person with their skin, their hair color, everything. And they're starting to do this in the fashion industry too, but then they're putting it all online. And these younger people, especially, because we know that advertisements, commercial world is so targeted on women as well in various ways, like everyone's your enemy, so they are now using this to make people feel more insecure. And I do think that it's going to end up having a reverse effect where they're going to say people might start exposing just like the filters, because that was one of the first steps of the AI that started to come onto social media. And we had the Snapchat filters, the Instagram filters, and I don't know if you've seen or noticed, but if you have a look at people who were born before the 2000s, because this for me that they're still children, so no offense, but before the 2000s, the world experience before this time, we all have, if you have social media still, we all have that filter. There was only 3 filters available, and one of them was to make everything look vintage. The the other one was black and white, and the other one was to give it a bit of color. That was it. That was all there was. And everybody chose that vintage one where everything for some reason in the pictures looks dark. And it's like a classical tone. And I know this looking at friends that I have, from high school going back. And I think we all had the same because it was just this trend. And we, at that time, we wouldn't even have been able to fathom the fact that now I click on something and somebody is showing a tutorial for, I don't know, some type of makeup thing. And really, she clicks the button and she says, I was actually using a filter, and the filter comes off and she looks nothing like herself. And this is terrifying because we now have too many options for this. And it's not just gotten to that point, but it's now gotten to the point where it's not even going to be a human. I don't know if you've seen that gamer that is online. I got a friend request the other day from some AI character. She actually has a profile and she's a gamer and she's sitting there like in very little clothes. And I think, who is this? Why are they sending me instantly blocked it? Why? Why?
There are lots of them because they're not hard to do.
Okay, so it's easy to make an AI profile on Instagram or Facebook.
It is very easy, yes.
It's terrible. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
But who's controlling it?
I did my major back in college on, you could argue that about filters, image filters. So those filters you were referring to back in the day, they were nothing like AI. Were purely, we programmers would say computational, meaning they are an algorithm that tries to find your eyes and put something on them. And the way that, a very simple way that you could find some people's eyes is by taking the picture. That is way off topic, but I had to say it, sorry. Very easy way that you could find someone's eyes vertically. If you take the sum of the picture, for people seeing the YouTube, I'm gesticulating with my hands. If you would take the sum of every pixel in this image all the way from the left to the right, on my eyes it would be a dark spot. So that point would be likely my eyes. Same thing goes for the mouth. So that's a very simple trick that you can do to find someone's eyes and apply something to them. But nowadays the AIs do it differently. They try to find by they've learned what a face is, and they do it
Right.
obviously much better.
They're in tune to it a lot more now. But
Yeah,
the eyes, that's interesting.
yeah.
So it's
So
right.
yeah,
They scan
um,
you. It's like Total Recall.
it's total recall. Yeah,
Yeah. So it's having this mass kind of takeover from the bots that are coming in, and it's a bit scary because you think, what if somebody didn't know it was the AI bot and they
yeah.
made friends with it? They've made friends with the bot. I don't know if you saw, I think it was in China, that a woman decided to marry her ideal husband and it was a hologram,
Yes.
and they were it was what is this about?
Yeah, it is very weird.
Yeah,
We can
yeah,
agree on that.
we're falling for these things. It's and I feel like, maybe it's a filtering process. Maybe it's see who's going to fall for it and who's going to detach from it quicker. But
Hmm.
it's definitely not helping with with us connecting together as human beings. And
Yeah.
is this what they want? Is AI being made to force this process and make it quicker? And those who don't have so much knowledge about it will say, oh well, this is trendy, this is cool, and then before you know it, they have a
Hmm.
zero friendship group.
Um, I think one of the pivot points uh, might be, or I hope that it would. Have you seen X's strategy for ad delivery? What they've
No.
shown, it's not in production yet, so they're not using it, but it's, I'm guessing, patent pending or something. What they've presented is that you would be, say, watching a movie,
Yeah.
and in the movie, they're in the cafe talking about whatever happens in the film.
Yeah.
In the traditional advertisement model, you would stop the film, show the ad, and then resume the film.
Okay.
But what
Yeah.
if you could not stop the film, but
Oh
make the characters in the film sell you the product and then
no. Yeah,
resume the
but
film?
yeah.
Yeah, with no transition, just the characters. Back in the days, you would be watching a soap opera or something,
Yeah.
and then the actor would turn to the camera and say, "Hey, do you want this product? You can find it
Yeah.
in whatever, wherever," and then resume
It's
playing.
like, yeah, it's like when they when I don't know if you ever saw this, but it kind of reminds me of when somebody would film the movie at the cinema and you would hear over the speaker the car that's parked in bay,
Yeah,
and the film keeps going and you just hear the voice. So they're gonna be putting it in. They're going to include it in.
yeah, and that is not. I mean, it is hard to do to make it look right,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
there are so many ads, and there aren't that much places where you can place an ad in the
Mm.
film. So
Mm.
you kind of do want to the cola company, which we haven't mentioned yet, for
Mm.
sure. Uh, they want to advertise, and you will say, okay, we can put your ad in here, here, here.
Yeah.
Rewrite the film and deliver that film to people.
Okay. With us in it.
I've
And
seen the sample they did, and it is
yeah.
very weird. It's on
Okay.
that uncanny valley where
Like the
you're
phone
like,
call.
yeah, that looks about right, but not entirely.
Yeah.
You get very
Uh,
hard
Are they
feelings about that.
are they stepping out of character when they're doing this, when they're advertising it?
Well, they might not do it. Like they
Right.
would, if you do it properly, you could
Yeah.
integrate that into the film. Like
A bit
they
like the
would
brand
do,
dropping.
yeah, like they already do with ad placement.
Yes, they
where
do.
they would be driving a car to some place, and
Yes.
coincidentally, you would very clearly say the car's
See.
brand.
Exactly. Or
Yep,
the fridge in the kitchen, they take something out and you can see the name of the fridge there, and it's
yep,
or with Coca-Cola, for example,
yep,
something like that, where they're sitting together having a drink and you think, oh, okay, now we know. But it's that's a smoother way of doing it, but that's a very
yep.
psychological way of kind of just dropping it in there for people to see. But then if you're actually going to face that fact whilst you're watching the movie. I mean, if I can imagine somebody, and this Tuesday we have an offer on the
Mm.
follow the website below. I would click off of that if it was a movie
Yeah.
or series.
Well,
Yeah,
it is funny in a way, but it is very weird. And I think it somehow spoils the movie itself,
yeah,
doesn't it?
yeah. It's ruining the vibe. You've
Yeah,
got a specific. Could you imagine a horror scene and like it's just on that suspenseful moment,
yeah.
and then they want to sell you something. Yeah, I'm sick of people selling me things that I don't need and don't want. This is the thing with the AI. I hope it really doesn't dive deeper into that section because
I
I mean
think,
it's yeah, it's done
no,
it
I think it is going
enough.
to be a thing, definitely. You
No.
they'd have to pick how to do it properly so it's not
Mm,
uncanny and it's
and so obvious.
done in a way that doesn't pushes people away
Yeah,
from watching
it's
it.
gonna push me away.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you want people to be happy watching the ad.
Yeah, yeah. It's
So,
I
uh,
think we're one of the most effective ones are the emotional ones, especially at Christmas time. These are really doing my nut in. They're really annoying me. The Christmas ones where oh, I can't even remember who did it. I'm not even sure, but it was related to a bank or something, and
mhm,
everything is possible at Christmas time. You know, all the miracles are delivered, and it's thanks to this company. And I think no, it's
yeah,
this is Christmas time where what happens if for example a child sees that on the television and then they say, oh well, you're not a very good family, are you, because you can't go to that brand, you can't go to that bank.
yeah. Well, that is weird to be told.
It's just so
Um,
highly unrealistic, the expectations that they're putting
yeah,
on the media. But yeah, it is, it's a shame it's becoming dead, the internet. We're having no you mentioned that also about the the Microsoft XP. That was an interesting concept as well, how that's changed.
yeah, definitely. What we are going to be seeing for sure in the coming years
Mm.
is more AI generated content and more AI generated, because what we have now is generic AI. Like I
Right,
have this Instagram channel with almost no followers where I put
right.
AI generated puppies.
Ah, okay,
So
yes, you told me about this.
yeah, so it's
Uh-huh.
that is what I call generic content. It
Mm-hmm.
for many people, for a large
Right.
group of people that likes puppies, because who doesn't?
Yeah, exactly.
But what we are going to be seeing more and more is targeted AI content. Like I can
Right.
profile you and know that you like this thing and
Yeah.
generate on the fly, like generate when you are going to see it,
Yeah.
something for you. Maybe the
Okay. Yeah.
puppy is going to be chewing on a specific brand that
Uh-huh.
I want to advertise, that I happen to know that you like. So
Right.
I
It's
would generate the AI for you in that moment. So it
okay.
would, can you imagine the value of an ad like that? If
It's
you've ever done a Facebook advertisement or some
right.
other platform, you'd know that what you are really paying for is the ability to segment users, to tell users apart and say,
Right.
okay, I want to show my advert to women of medium age
Yeah.
with one child from
Yeah.
1 to 3 years that
Yeah.
have bought this thing over the past couple weeks.
Right.
If you can
Okay.
pinpoint that group of people, there is a highly, highly valuable ad to show because it's so targeted that you have
Uh-huh.
a high confidence that they would buy your product.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So it's
yeah,
yeah.
can you imagine what's the value of not just AI profiling people into specific groups, but
Mm.
targeting
Yeah. The
adverts
specific
generated for
people.
you?
Yeah. And
I
they're
can
kind of, it's
even,
almost like they're seeking you out.
yeah, I can fathom what those adverts are going to cost for people to
Right.
show, but I can
Yeah.
imagine it's going to be highly, highly effective.
It's kind of gonna go through the system, filter it out, and make it easier. Almost like, being able to access you so much quicker and say, right, okay, that's where it is. That's where the audience is. And in the algorithms that we have, for example, you could post a video and you could say, oh, I hope this finds the right audience. But they're going to
Yeah,
be able to just automatically do it, find it, and be able to make sure that person sees it. It pops up for them.
yeah, definitely.
Uh,
Like you and I both like Marcos. We've been talking about this on the pre-recording,
yeah.
and we are. I assume you are as much as I get exposed to Marcos advertisements on
Yes,
Instagram.
yeah, Marcus. Uh-huh.
So this morning I've been talking to a friend about the "I don't like this rock" meme.
Uh-huh.
So what I would expect in that dystopic future is that I get shown an advert for, say, a Mac with "I don't like this rock" meme printed, or a
Yes,
T-shirt,
yes. A
just because
t-shirt.
I've been talking about this and you happen to know that I like
Mm-hmm.
this, and
Yeah,
I've bought T-shirts previously from you, so I'm
yeah.
likely to buy one that says so.
That's yeah, with something that I like on it. Uh-huh.
Yep.
It's your preferences. It's taking this data from you. It's kind of scoping you out and saying, right, it's he's been liking this, he's been sending this. So are we under the eye? Are we
Yep.
constantly just under this eye that anything that we like, it's going to do it on purpose. I know
Mm-hmm.
that you have these adverts on Instagram that say the algorithm, what you're seeing is what you're believing, it's what you're doing, which, okay, yes, that's true
Yep.
in its way. But they say, so if that's how it works, I don't know if you've seen this pathetic people get rich in 10 days. And they
Yep.
say, so if you change your algorithm and follow me
Yeah.
and you subscribe to me, then you're going to see more. And then you're going to have even more clever business ideas. And
What
it's
the?
the people know about it. They're playing with it. But yeah, I mean, they've managed to popularize so many different things on there
Yep.
because of this. It's reaching out for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But well, my point being that the latest examples we've given, they aren't bad per se.
No.
So if there's a T-shirt you would like to buy, and it doesn't exist, but the AI could generate it for you and make it
Mm.
be printed for you, that is a
Yeah.
good thing. So in
Mm.
that way, that internet is a good internet,
Yeah, it's got its benefits. Yeah.
but it also has its drawbacks, as
Yeah.
we've discussed. So
The downside of being spied
um,
on.
I've always been uh, technical. How would you say that? A believer in tech.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
You're a techie.
latest. Well, I am guilty as charged. Um, but the last couple of years, I've been more skeptical about this.
Right.
But I
Okay.
still think that there's just a beam of light at the end of the tunnel that we might it might end up being for good.
All right.
That's what
Okay.
I hope.
Yeah, you're hoping it's going to be used for the good and not for its own selfish purposes. It's
Yeah,
I'm hoping so. I mean, I'm enjoying seeing what it's doing, but the most worrying part for me is knowing how to differentiate the difference I mean, between the humans and the AI, what content is created, because if it's going to progress and refine itself so much to a specific point that it's going to
yeah,
be, almost identical,
hmm,
that for people as well who don't have that experience or don't go on the internet so often, that's going to be worrying, especially what they're saying about media sources with the news being able to create, I don't know, presidents speaking when they haven't spoken, being able to manipulate what there is. I mean, this has been done for such a long time, but now it's going to be
yeah,
seen in an even more exaggerated way. I mean, oh, I hope you're right. I hope that we can see it in the good light, but then at the same time, I just feel there's so
yeah,
many different hands that it could go into.
yeah.
Ah,
For our listeners on the podcast,
yeah.
I'm
This
showing
is
on our
your
YouTube that I recommend you to take a look. I'm
nice.
showing an AI generated picture that I generated
Yeah,
yesterday,
it
and
looks like Goku.
those it's not Goku, it's AI
But it
generated,
looks, yeah,
but you
looks so much
can't
like
say
him.
that it is. I mean, look
Yeah,
at
it's very
this.
difficult.
It's
Exactly.
almost perfect.
Yeah,
So
yeah. If I saw that from a quick look, I'd say, yeah, that's real.
yeah, you have to be very, very nitpicky
Mm.
to find something.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It looks too clean.
what? Yeah, it does,
Mm.
but it could be a professional photographer that took the picture.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
what I recommend you to do, and of all of our listeners, is to be very skeptical and
Yeah.
just plain assume that everything is an AI until proven otherwise.
Yeah, that's what we're going to have to start doing then. Going to have to
Yeah,
just start taking that first guess. Right, don't trust it from the offset.
yeah,
It's not real. Then pick it apart, take it
yeah,
apart. What characteristics does it have that makes it human?
yeah,
Yeah, it's that's the interesting question.
yeah. So I think we're going to end up our episode here.
Yeah.
Thank you all for listening,
Yes, thank you very
and
much. Very interesting chat.
I hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll
Really
see you in the
did.
next one.
Yes, I'll see you next time, Antonio.
Okay, bye.
Bye.